Gold Line and Magic versus Joe, T2 and Shelty.
Yep. I'm not sure if they want to be called Team DoD for some reason, but you know, T2 is not in DoD, but he was kind of in DoD for many years.
Yeah,
It's a
and he's
super weird
still
situation.
yeah.
But he's still hanging out and everything. It's got to do a lot with the whole clan politics of AoT, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean the community is so small nowadays that basically everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
So the clans are not that much, not as much of a limit. Used to have bubbles of clans and
Yeah, so people just
only
stick
know each
around
other.
for years in the same place and then they kind of switch, get some new experiences like that.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, we got a
There's
correct
a good
spawn.
spawn. Yeah.
So in the south, we've got Team Dream Team. It's Magic, Chemo, and Gold Lion.
And the map was random, right?
The map was
If they
random, and
picked
we
one.
got Tundra. And in the north of it, we've got Team. Well, I'm just going to say Team Challengers, but it's
Yeah.
T2, Joe, and Shelty.
Shelty playing Hades, that's odd.
That's
Otherwise,
very odd.
if he played Norse, this would have been a very good map for them. Aggressive map, and they have Dream Team have a pretty well slow composition.
Yeah,
Edges
for
and
sure. They're definitely going to be trying to go for something in the heroic age with Dream Team here, with maybe the Zeus player supporting early on. I doubt
yeah,
that they're gonna be too focused on the early game here.
they got lucky with the spawns as well, because Gold Line will have an easy time using centaurs against the Hades.
Yeah, and with how they're spread out, this is actually very beneficial to trade. Only Gold Lion basically will need to protect this eastern corner.
Oh, yeah, the far right corner. Yeah.
Yeah, that should be pretty long, so Chemo and Gold Lion can just put their stuff there.
Got the pocket as well, so I think he'll just boom with 2 town centers, or Magic will probably. He's not about to just go straight fast heroic. Maybe he'll stick in classical for a bit longer and just creep forward with town centers.
Yeah, let's
So he
talk
likes to
about
do
that
that in team
Hades
games.
pick a little bit as well. There wasn't really anything in patch 2.0 that really made Hades like the thing, right?
Oh, not that I remember.
Yeah.
Well, anything. Well, you know, I think the shades now have armory upgrades.
Oh, sure. It's a
That's not really a thing that makes you pick Hades over Zeus
no.
in a game like this. But maybe he just went random. I did not pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Most of the map has been revealed now, so we can have a short discussion about the relics. We got the monkey head. Well, yeah.
yeah.
Monkey head isn't gonna do much. Titan's treasure could be interesting, especially as it's a team game.
Yeah, but
Definitely a
people
good
never
pickup to
switch
make.
them around. In theory, you can switch it around with your teammates and
Yeah.
have only benefit from it, but
That is
people never
awesome.
do it.
Ship of
Gaia's Book of
fingernails.
Knowledge is also
Gaia's Book
pretty
of
nice.
Knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, especially in the late game when everyone does make their Titan. It's just a useful thing to have for the infantry to soak all that damage and deal a little bit more.
Or bottom, we have the Ship of Fingernails, which is a very odd name.
Oh,
But that's a
the
pretty nice one, actually.
yeah, over the course of a long game, it will make you a lot of money. We also got the Trios bow. Now that's actually really good. Some
Yeah.
extra range for those archers. Benefits anybody, really.
Yeah.
So wait, are we actually playing Conquest? Or is this Supremacy? That's something I actually didn't check for, but we need to make sure to not go Supremacy because wonders are not supposed to be allowed.
Well, in that case, we can just tell them.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they remember. Then we got a Prometheus advance from our Atlantean player T2.
Oh yeah, I can see their improvements, but I love his placement. Just to be sure he does not get destroyed by villager rush.
Yep. We also got pretty early Hermes coming up. Should be finishing at 4:30. Maybe that can put on a little bit of pressure on Shelty here, the Hades player.
Yeah, exactly. It's very annoying to play this, I guess, as Hades.
Yeah, although
But
Shelty
he's
is
walling
preparing
up.
for it, so
Yeah, exactly.
it should be
It's nice.
okay. Do you think that this forest out here will give enough range to centaurs to poke at these villagers?
Also, really like the wall, but the thin forest in front of Shelty space. That's pretty nice for him.
Yeah.
A long wall. As long as he doesn't
Maybe a
touch it.
centaur can be glitched through that, though.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Oh,
Huge
early
prosperity from
prosperity.
Joe. That's
Yeah.
15 villagers. That's crazy. It's gonna be
Going to
17
do
now.
like a triple town center, perhaps.
Yeah. Chemo advances through Pata. Takes a forward TC. But it's been scouted. There was an obelisk there, and there's still going to be one more, so he doesn't yet know about this.
He only uses 4 villages as well. Usually you can get away with it if you just build it fast enough.
Yeah. Okay, so
Then
Gold
again,
Lion is poking away at the villager. Oh, Garrison's at like 1 HP. That's huge. Living to farm another day.
so Joe is sending 5 villages to the back and some front, so I think it is a triple town center.
Yep, it's gonna be definitely that. You're right. Now, seeing as Gold Lion is going for so many centaurs, that's his third centaur, I think. Yeah. He's not going to be able to do much more anytime soon. He's going to grab a TC, basically, with those
Yeah, I think
7
so.
villagers that are walking out. And that's going to be it for his aggression for now. Picks off a villager there, might get another, but then he'll have to go away. Yep. Which means Shelty should be getting a safe TC. Oh, actually, Goldline clicks on the granary and is getting wrecked by this army. Loses both centaurs. That's shit.
I hate it when that happens.
Wow.
I usually you attack the random animal that happens to be in the way, but this also is very annoying. But he is taking a 4 town center, so that's nice. Emo also took 2 town centers, so it is going to be a very okay. Magic also got a backward town center. Same goes for T2, so no aggression whatsoever. And I guess it makes sense because it's really hard to pull off, especially with the Zeus. You can always ceasefire, and then the Egyptians players can just switch to classical warfare and win with a better economy.
This is very rough. Now, we still got the scout from Gold Lion in the north corner, which could be an indicator that there's going to be an underworld plan for the later game. But for now, we're definitely entering calmer phase here, where everyone is just building up their eco and is going to be a bit more late game oriented. Now, T2 finds the relic for archer range. That's great.
Also taking 2 town centers. I'm not sure if this is the best method for the challengers, because you know a legend late game is weaker given enough time. Would like to see a bit more an aggressive approach. Then again, it can work out.
Yeah, it could. It really depends what he wants to do. He's still making Torma and Murmillo at the same time, so he's definitely going to have an army there. Oh, actually, really nice raid here on these villagers of Gold Lion. Picks off one.
See if magic is aging up. It's his villagers from wood to wood.
So is Joe. Just flicking through the resources super quick. And yeah, both players reach the heroic age, are starting a Migdal pretty much immediately. Magic is walking out a bit of his base though,
Yeah,
which could be risky if
I don't
all this
think
Atlantean
he'll get away
army
with it.
groups up. He could get away with it
Exactly.
if he casts A and E.
Yeah, but that's
Oh,
really
actually,
when you went
yes,
to use it.
Axeman. Yeah.
Yeah, but only 3. Yeah, maybe if he had a few priests, he probably could. Yeah, he's probably making a few. I can't say.
Oh, T2 is gonna see it, actually. The Oracle has this within its line of sight. So actually, there's a very good chance that this will not go up. Especially because I think that Shockwave is available.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a bit of trading here. And actually, it looks like the Axemen are just enough in number to shoot this away. And Magic ends up casting A and E. I'm not sure that was
not
necessary.
No, absolutely not, because he was already retreating. So this is a nice win for T2.
Yeah,
That power is used basically to claim a town center.
that's a great bait, mate.
Oh,
Joe, on the
interesting
other
that
hand,
Shelty-
still has it.
Yeah. Interesting to see on the other hand that Shelty managed to grab his forward town center that easily.
Yeah, I'm not
Doesn't
too
even
surprised
have
to be
a-
honest. I mean, all the centaurs died, right?
He has a few left. Oh well, another one is dying.
This Atlantean army is just running around, occasionally taking a hit from the Sphinx, but they're faster than anything else. Well, the minions are faster, but it's very hard for them to get into position. So Magic is really not getting a lot of value from this whole thing here.
Oh, exactly. But then again, he does have his third town center in place, and he'll probably slowly creep forward with a ton of archers and towers and whatnot. Especially with the health of Chemo.
Yeah, together with Chemo, they should be able to siege this down relatively easily, but that rock is in TC range. Actually, the Torma could help with that. Misses, and the rock will just stay alive. Siege towers are starting to be made, but Magic wants his third TC before he starts his siege works, or rather finishes it up. Joe has decided to come around and help. He's got a bunch of elephants that should help tank a lot of damage. There's no spearmen or cavalry in a relevant number yet, so they should be useful there.
Damage, yes. Really needs are some priests, because I think Tito has access to many heroes anymore. Oh, he has 1 Valor left.
25 farms in this reign, and Chemo has got irrigation and Shadoof, so that's really nice. He also had Husband, but meanwhile a big fight going down here. Very close actually. No one can really force the engage. No one really wants to force the engage.
Oh, exactly. There are Therma in there. I mean, Therma still do very decent against the Chariot Archers, so they need a few. They need to soak up the damage. 1 or 2 siege towers would have done a lot of work there, especially with Locust Swarm.
Magic is actually very short on resources, but I think because he is so close to full pop, he can actually sustain everything with his production. Oh! That Locust actually doesn't get that much done. Kills like 7-8 villagers, but Joe! He ejects his villagers and so many die now.
It did a lot more damage than it should have, to be honest.
That's for sure. Picks off a lot of chariots, however, so it's kinda... I'm not sure if this Locust has really paid for itself.
Oh, especially considering Joe has been on 3 town centers for a very long time, so...
yeah, he's been booming for ages. He can replace quickly.
Really like the 2 centaurs doing work on the back of Joe's base.
Chemo does not have a big bank even after the rain, but that's because he's spending a lot of resources on those camels. Yeah. And they're starting to really do work. Like the chariots don't do that much to them with 34% pierce armor, and they're also picking away at these siege towers. And meanwhile, A&E is being cast. A lot of siege towers are rolling in for Chemo though to help out here. Are there enough heroes? There's basically just a pharaoh.
Yeah. one Pharaoh and it's already dead, so I think you should focus them on the siege towers, because they are the only threat here. And the camels, there are a lot of them.
It does look, however, like there's enough siege towers to take that TC down, I think. Now, a lot of units are surrounding them, so maybe I'm wrong about this. It's very close. Oh, one more hit goes down, and that's it. Tito is in a terrible situation now. His army, once traded away, will not be able to get back to that full size that everyone else has here. And with mercenaries joining the fight, oh man.
Now, I mean, Magic will take the town center, and then it will be a very hard battle for them.
I'm very surprised that there's very little trade still started up, although Chemo and Magic have made a bunch of markets now, and is starting to gain relevance in this game. Gold Lion's first gold mine just has run out. He has enough security though, however, to just safely expand, and he's kind of skirmishing here with Shelty back and forth. There's nothing really happening. They're just trading units, but so are these guys on the left. T2, however, losing that TC, that could be very, very painful in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, this is really how annoying it is to play Atlantean against the Egyptians in team games, especially because Magic has a tendency to just slowly creep forward with his town centers and Migdals and whatnot, and it's very hard to get around that.
Nakimo has attempted to take down Joe's Migdal, but didn't quite succeed. On the other side, however, we got a lot of Centaurs joining the fight together with the Manticore. That could do massive splash damage, but the Manticore at the moment is targeting Chiron. Now after that, these Toxotes should be taking a lot of damage. Gold Lion nicely disengages from the restoration and now should be able to kill this army with relative ease.
I don't really like that restoration, to be honest. Archers aren't the best use them on.
Oh, Shelty advances to Artemis, immediately casts an earthquake, weakening a lot of these buildings. Now if he can get some siege out, that could be very meaningful. Some gas Graffiti's maybe even.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he already has the... Yeah, he already has the archery rangers, so why not? He's gonna make some Chimera.
Oh, I really like that. Chimera and gas Graffiti's.
Oh yeah, Magic and Chemo absolutely dominating this scene over here with their buildings and army as well. Should be able to prevent Joe's Migdal, and there's very little left in terms of control for these guys.
Very annoying, because once you lose them, it's very hard to replace your units as fast as they can make them.
On the other side, however, Shelty is gaining some ground.
Yeah. I think the switch to cavalry was just on the right time for Chemo. Joe had basically only chariot archers.
Chemo actually has a full line of armory upgrades. And there's a ceasefire because Gold Lion is struggling a bit. This should allow Magic to finish up that TC. I have to give the advantage to Dream Team.
Yeah. Unless Shelty really manages to punish Gold Lion fast, they are in a very...
Mirrors, you still there?
Yeah? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, your voice cut out real quickly.
Weird.
Wasn't too bad. Anyway, what's the last thing you said?
Well, unless Shelty manages to do some heavy damage against Gold Lion, forcing Chemo to go to the right side, I think the Dream Team will win this, given enough time.
Yeah, I have to agree. There's triple armory now from Gold Lion, so he can start Forge of Olympus. And once that finishes up, he'll be basically out upgrading what Shelty can do.
Yeah, and...
Although Shelty is already up one line of upgrades, but still that 50% reduction or whatever it is right now should still be meaningful.
Yeah, and the Underworld with Colossi is still an option.
Oh yeah.
So if the game goes on, you can still take a backward town center from where...
The scout is still there.
Take out on,
it will take out the trade route, secure this gold mine, and threaten the TCs. Skype message is being made by T2. That's a smart move, but he is still very much struggling with his overall economy and tech. Like, if we just look at his score, he's so far below everybody, especially Chemo and Magic. Oh, 3 Chimeras are going into Magic's base, actually. Will be struggling to find damage because, well, farms are spread out. It's very difficult to get good damage in against villagers on farms. Gold mines and woodlines are the best target, and I think Shelty's gonna find one now.
Yeah, woodlines are the best target to raid in late game, but then again, oh, okay.
4
that's
villagers.
So could have been better, but oh well.
That wasn't great. Double Son of Osiris, actually, in the front line here. That's gonna be immensely difficult to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the woodline is getting ravaged here, but that's 12 pop here.
Shelty's not really making any progress either.
Oh no.
Kind of overcommitted in his base, and now Goldline mixing some Peltast actually. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Well, you should make Heliopoli. And tank up all that archer fire.
Oh yeah, it's kind of funny how Siege is a better counter to archers than counter archers.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit of a noob trap. Like, some people think that they'll be just going counter archers. Oh, I'll be fine, right? But then the other guy goes 1 siege unit and it's worthless now.
Yeah, exactly. Is on the offensive though, and it appears that Shelty has better upgrades.
Yeah, he still does. That's actually very interesting, seeing as Forge of Olympus is done. But there's so much production here from Gold Lion. There's no way that he'll break this base without a ranged siege. And the first fortress for Shelty is finally going down, so maybe that will help a bit. But Gold Lion can just make one as well.
Yeah, exactly. You'd probably start saving up for an underworld assault on the back.
Those archers are doing some pretty good damage. That Son of Osiris should be picked off there. Teemo's trying his best, but he overcommitted. That was too far forward, and the Son of Osiris falls.
Tito is in a very bad position.
Oh yeah. Being catapulted down so hard is definitely a difficult thing to deal with, especially when you're not getting enough help.
And the only thing that really deals with these catapults are Capeltis, and those are getting destroyed by the Chariot Arches and the Son of Osiris. So
yeah, absolutely.
he's also losing his gold mine.
Just being an age down here is a big problem for him. Oh wait, is he in heroic? No, he actually.
He's in mythic.
Yeah. Magic with the BM. He's making lighthouses.
Yeah.
Joe's trying to desperately creep forward here with a sim city of barracks and is trying to siege Chemo, but I don't think it's gonna do very much. T2 is essentially not in the game anymore. He has 1 TC.
Yeah, exactly. I do like how he is in the middle of the map, trying to creep forward on Chemo's for town center. Those walls and that catapult.
Lighthouses are getting erected, among other things.
Guilty is making progress. He made some Heliopoli. Those things just don't die.
Definitely not these things. But there's a lot of villagers there, so, you know, why not?
Yeah,
Magic started with Titan.
Then we make Toxotas and Heliopoli and have the archers take out everything that attacks them, or make Gastaphetus, but he's making both.
Yeah, that's actually a good move. Definitely need to focus those archers on the Gastaphetus instead of the Heliopoli. Something needs to repair this TC, but the villagers are just gathering gold instead. Yeah, that's it's a nice move by Shelty. That's really the noob trap aspect that I was talking about with Peltas. They're not that great. Magic's actually making wonder against the rules. and they're resigning.
Unfortunate for Shelty because he was winning, but that happens all the time in team games.
GG. Quick look at the stats. Magic was doing great in resources for sure.
Yeah, which was strange because he had the least greedy way to heroic. He only had 2 town centers, while Go and Chemo had 3.
Yeah, I think the kill-death ratios also tell their own story about this game where Team DoD was struggling.
Yeah, it's always hard to get a good kill-death ratio as Atlantean against the Egyptian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's very telling for T2.
Okay, are we exiting? Was this a ranked match? It was not ranked, so we can just go back to LAN. Unless they left, of course.
Looking at the post game.
Nah, they all quit, so we
left.
need to as well.
Yeah.
I'll take this quick opportunity to play all the follows that have happened, unless it's too many. I think we're gonna start here.
In the end, the game turned out exactly how I predicted it when everybody went for a pretty slow game. The Atlantean is just hard playing Atlantean against such a late game composition.
Yeah, especially when you yourself don't get ahead.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, with team games, with one ISIS and a Hades ally, it's hard to pull off anything too aggressive unless you do some sort of all-in rush with. I mean, Hades can go Athena.
I have to agree. I'm not sure there was a really good synergy there.
With Zeus, you can at least try something with hoplites. Try take out in Town Center. With Hades, it's very hard to do anything.
Oh yeah. You can do a pestilence rush.
Yeah. Back in the days, I used to do a lot of team games with Count from Count, and he played Zeus, and I played Zeus, and he played Hades, and we made 100% hoplites and 100% Toxitos as the Hades player, and then just Pestilence plus Restoration. It was a lot of fun, but it's very hard to coordinate because you need to be at the same time all the time. I have to join last, right?
I'm not sure it matters.
Okay.
You can
well,
just put on observer and I'll be team free. So there have been so many follows that I won't be able to play them all. Particularly because the next game is starting now, so my apologies, guys. Actually, that's 5 more, we can do that. And there's apparently some crap going on in chat, which I need to take care of. I've given mod to Illuminace, and I'm giving mod to Legendary ER. I'm gonna trust you guys to moderate the chat as required. Oh.
So Shelty is sticking with Hades, apparently.
Interesting. Maybe he has some specific plan, but from this game, I have to say, it didn't really look like he did.
Oh,
And
well,
also, they're reworking their team synergy, so I'm actually gonna switch to game screen here. So we got still Isis from Magic. We still got Ra from Chemo. That's to be
Are you
expected.
ready?
Gold Lion is switching to Loki.
yeah.
So he could be
Yes.
doing some comboing with flaming weapons there and Herseer raiding.
Yeah, I think so, but he'll have a harder time actually against the Hades player. But if he's lucky, he'll be teamed up.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of lack factor here with positioning
Yeah,
based on who
but
is matched with who.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, sure. Okay, well, someone is rejoining, I guess. Thing is, with Loki, you basically only have to stall for time and until the Isis and the Ra have a strong enough economy, they can pay you.
Sorry, what were you saying there?
Oh
Your
well,
voice cut off.
that's really weird. I'm not sure how that happens. Oh
No,
well,
very
in any case,
occasionally the last two words are cut.
I'm not quite sure about Loki here. But I guess it can work. It gives the other teammates Magic and Chemo some time to boom and still help in a late game.
Yeah,
Ranos is better in that role. She'll do Titan. I
definitely.
wonder eventually.
With the route that T2 was going to go, he definitely needed the help from the other players for everyone to be aggressive, and then he can finish the game with vortexes, but not like this. Not
Oh
if
no,
he
exactly.
is kind of trying to boom and then faces a Civ that's better at booming.
Exactly. And they're not switching. They're going
Yes.
with
Yes.
Isis, Uranus, and Hades. So even sure which map would be very beneficial for them. Maybe like Mediterranean, just because the Dream Team has a Norse player.
Yes.
Oh wait, what's happening?
Magic green up, but it wouldn't show for the other guys. So we're running.
Okay. Yeah, I was just looking at chat for a second. Just waiting a second for Chemo here.
I love how people join a game and don't want to anything.
Yeah. Okay, here we
There we
go.
go.
No. Yes.
Gonna go for Savannah this time.
And it's a good map for the. Oh, and I can't say better. Both are kind of mixed compositions.
Yeah.
And if Shelty had switched to Loki, it would have been a very good map for them.
Well, this time around we got more of an East versus West with forward TCs.
Yeah.
And in the West we've got Dream Team, Gold Lion, Magic, and Chemo. And in the East we got the Beasts, Shelty, and Joe, and T2.
So Tito spawned in the center, in the pocket position, which is nice for him, because that'll make things easy. It's always easier for an Egyptian player to defend than for an Atlantean.
Yeah. And it also means that he won't be able to get pushed off of his TC so easily.
Yeah, exactly. On the other side, the gold line spawned on the bottom against Shelty, so the spawns are much better for the challengers than for Dream Team.
Have to agree. Their TCs are also closer.
But I wonder what Shelty will do. Will he boom again, or will they try to do some aggression with T2 help? They can just go for you can just go for Athena and try to do something.
Yeah, I mean, Shelty has got 4 rhinos, so let that sink in.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas Joe and T2 have to share their 4 rhinos, so he will not have to move his hunt.
Yeah, and Goldline just spotted his hunt. He's been chickens this entire time. He just now found his rhinos. Same goes for oh, but it is not as bad for. I think he's going for the. Already made a monument, so he's doing hunting dogs. Healthy wished he was pocket. I guess he really does want to do the late game Greek stuff rather than try to play aggressive.
Yeah, it seems like it, but Hades? Really? Isn't just Zeus better at that?
Yeah, it kind of is. I mean, it's nice doing camera raids, and Zeus is just as good, much better at other stuff as well. For example, if you want to do raiding, you can go Centaurs, or if you want to rush, he's just better than Hades at rushing, so it's much more flexible, versatile.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the builds. So Shelty's got 4 on Wood. He's got 3 on Gold. This might indicate a TC grab again. I think it does, actually.
Yeah.
He's also cut Villager Protection, so he's saving up for Advance, I think. Purple should be player 5, right? Yeah. He's got nowhere near enough, and he's got no temple. Why is he not making units?
He's making units.
Oh, wait, yeah. If I'm not
You can,
observer,
yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
show, sorry.
So I'll try to keep an eye on their advanced times.
Yeah. I still got the commands, I think. Magic's getting Flood of the Nile, and Shelty's getting Pickaxe right now. Pickaxe! Okay.
You can do that, but it will slow your second town center. I believe it's better to get a town center faster than to age up slower with eco upgrades.
Didn't realize you also had to do ally chat.
Well, that's one myth debusted.
Okay.
Maybe it works differently for the when you're in the third team, then you don't have any allies, so it's set on all by default.
Yeah.
So Tito already taking a second town center.
Oh, wait a second. We got a double temple from Gold Lion. Proxied.
Oh, in the back, yeah, exactly. So the aggression is coming from the other side. In that case, it's good that Shelty aged up through Athena, but
Yeah, that should help him
we'll
a
see
lot.
how.
Although a pestilence on it would be pretty sick as well.
Or no, both players are aging up through boss, both chemo and magic, so there's not going to be any shifting sand shenanigans with villagers either, which I would not expect against a Hades player. But I'm not sure.
It
Maybe he's
seems
just
an
going
odd
to be.
decision to rush a Hades player out of
Yeah, I don't think
everything.
he's making a long hour, so it appears he really is going for a more
But T2
aggressive
is gonna
approach.
finish this
Otherwise,
DC.
yeah,
What's the plan here? I
it's
still,
just.
I'm not
I think
sure
he's
if
just
I
going
understand.
to. Is he going to grab that town center? I don't know.
That would be so weird.
I think Gold Lion's main purpose here is to distract the opponents, try to stop them from booming, and buy time for the other two players of the Dream Team so they can boom hard.
Yeah, I think so. He's picking off some villagers here, which is really good. Should be 2 kills at least. Got a micro that troll though. It's throwing stones at the wrong villager. And now he has to back out. I can see the team signals.
Yeah, me too.
I think Shelty is not on the right chat. I think I'm gonna tell him.
How that works. I think you should be able to see it, yeah, because you're a player in the game.
Yeah.
Anyways, Joe already took 2 town centers, just like last time. Oh, he's taking us backwards as well, but he's going for a 3 town center approach. While Chemo is just doing a single town center, basically the good old Bish range strategy. Is he
Oh
going
yeah.
for like a scarab build or something? Because he is up against Joe.
He might
Magic,
do.
yeah, Magic is on 3 town centers.
If it's scarabs, shouldn't Joe be able to get up to heroic just in time to get the Nephthys priests? Although he went pre-TC, but his allies can help him with resources. And then there's also the fact that he's got an Atlantean ally who can turn everything into heroes. So I'm not sure Scarabs is really the best way to go about the team game.
Well, he could, he went bust, so he cannot shift them on the back.
That's true.
So I'm not sure. Oh,
yeah, you're right.
I mean,
he could attack anywhere and then just shift, especially seeing as this side build is up here.
Well, he went bust, so he doesn't have shifting sands.
Oh, right.
Booming. I guess it's a pocket. That's fine. Weird that Shelty is only making Hippicons.
That is super weird, but I guess he just wants to catch up with the Hersiers. They're still slower than Hippicons, even though they have all the they don't have all the upgrades, so he still needs to research Ice in the Forest.
Yeah. Oh, interesting that Titu is not going to help him. He's going forward and try to slow Magic's boom a little bit. Chemo is aging up through Sakmet, so I guess he will go for a Scarab strategy. Almost heroic, actually. For town centers real quick. Aging. Same goes for Gold Lion.
Okay, this is very interesting, actually. Wonder what he'll do with that. The Pharaohs are actually fighting a battle. Keepos one survives at 2 HP.
Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, second Scarab, third one on the way. I really like the strategy, but I'm not sure if it's the right one, especially considering it's a team game.
Yeah, there's so many heroes here from our Atlantean player. He probably has Valor available.
Yeah, exactly. He's already sending them, although he managed to skillfully dodge them. No. Yeah. No.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. He finds the villagers though, but he leaves them alone for some reason. That would have been a huge pick-off to do here. Now, depending on how much Chemo can pair with this Scarab group, the Atlantean army might not be as meaningful. But yeah, it's definitely been seen. Chemo is casting it preemptively, Eclipse. So these
Yeah,
scarabs are pretty speedy.
it lasts a long time, so you always want to do it before they can use any other god powers. I mean, you have Shockwave available, Sentinel as well, although that won't really help.
Yeah, and the
Joe
priests actually are running away. Everything
is just going to take a stand at his main base.
I think the strat actually did the damage it needed to do. Chemo is going deeper, however. Of course, he can take out the temple. Oh, no. Not anymore.
Now he's heroic and he has his priest available, so this is about as far as they can go.
Yeah, but that was huge. I mean, he still denied the temple, which means that the priests are not going to get upgraded for a while.
Oh, yeah, but you also spent 600 food just to take out one town center.
That's true.
So it's only good if it results in map control. I really like Joe's defense with the houses.
Magic is grabbing a 4th TC, by the way.
Yeah, Magic doing his standard creeping forward with while booming strategy.
I think everyone is super distracted. Look at this. Even Shelty pulls his units here. And everyone's on top of Chemo right now. While Magic is just expanding here. On the other hand, however, Gold Lion is in an economic disaster situation.
Yeah, he's rebuilding in the far right corner. I mean, that's what I thought it would happen. Like, he's just there to distract the opponents. I mean, Shelty is not that far as he would have been otherwise. And Magic is so far ahead in terms of economy that they are in a fairly good position. It depends how well Joe will last against Chemo.
I think it might make up for Gold Lion's disparity here with what Magic has.
Yeah. Hard to say. It depends how Shelty will react. Will he try to help them? Or will he try to finish them very fast? I mean,
he's actually finding the stuff, yeah. Yeah, you're right. He actually is helping now a bit by just removing the threat of Gold Lion. And once he's done that, he can do a lot more.
Solid raid, by the way, on the back of Joe's gold.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's huge. Oh, Ancestor's Eclipse being cast on top of that army. Again, he's just going to be able to run away when there's a lot of priests to support. I'm not sure I'm liking this. Why not target the Greek player?
I mean, it would have been nice if Chemo got the 4th town center or something. He's going to do that.
Yeah, he's only got the back DC right now. And actually, Chemo is being raided by Joe's chariots and camels here, so he has to garrison. I have to say, Chemo is in a bit of trouble because he doesn't have any safe gold mine right now.
Exactly. Very hard to... Yeah, I mean, you usually are not rated on that position, but a wall would have been really nice there. That's really the nature of this map. There's so much space behind you, and Gold Line is taking full advantage of it. I mean, as long as your opponent is trying to clear the raids and the base in his back, you cannot attack, right? So
that's right.
Clever. Although I would have liked a better economy. He just has husbandry and hunting dogs. And he
Magic,
on all dwarves.
Magic did a crazy push here. And actually Joe is doing... What's happening? Just Eclipse? That has to be a mistake.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness. And Magic got his 5th TC, absolutely dominating this game now. Fortified TC is done. And his army is taking on that of 2 players right now.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I mean, Shelty is still just trying to get rid of all the Hershir and Battle Boars in the back. So Shelty is really just preoccupied with Gold Lion.
Yeah, he's taking a very long time to take out everything. And the Battle Boars were obviously difficult to take on.
Those raids on the back of Joe's base really hurt a lot. Now he's making a wall. But
yeah.
I think that put him back a lot. Because he was on 3 town centers, so he should have been in a position to deal with this. But the Carrot Rush and now this is really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, all those villagers are so low. There's just one
Yeah.
chariot there annoying them, and flaming weapons is being cast. It might actually be enough to overpower these units here. Well, based on how much is being produced.
Some nice spawns there as well.
So many houses are being lost for Joe. He's struggling to rebuild them one at a time. And what about once the mine runs out? They have no map control. There's one safe back gold mine, but it's not really safe because Gold Lion lives there.
Well, he could take the forward mine on T2. T2's already going to aging up to Mythic, by the way. Because
Well,
no one is taking the entire position to the south of Magic's base. I mean, Gold Lion has no map awareness whatsoever in front of him.
Again, he's going Helios. Like, what is he looking to accomplish with that? I'm not sure I understand.
Helios is quite nice when you have to deal with Titan gates and whatnot. But,
sure, but he doesn't have any siege. Nor does he have any palaces, so it's not like he's gonna make fire siphons and destroyers and just zap around destroying stuff.
Yeah, true. It's more of a long time investment. But then again, Tartarian Gate is not going to work out very well against the Egyptians anyway.
That's true. Yeah,
but one in Gold Lion's base would have basically killed him if he would cast one near his town center.
Oh man, yeah,
that's
very true.
2 forward town centers.
I think Shelty
Gold Lions for town center as well.
Yeah, I think Shelty is just way too occupied here with Gold Lion's tiny raids. He's overcommitting so hard.
Gold Lion already making a market. Is he going to? Well, he's now taking a second town center.
Yeah, Gold Lion's resources are extremely low, so I highly doubt that he'd be having money for that.
Well, as long as you stick on one town center, you can get away with it, but oh well. Well, this push kind of stopped because of the lack of siege. Their Dream Team is in a very good position. I have no doubt that Magic is... I have to find the right town center, he has so many. He's not aging up.
Magic trying to do huge chariot raid might find some damage here with Shelty's villagers walking out right as they arrive.
Yeah, as they arrive, yeah, too bad for them. The hyenas helping as well.
Yeah, those villagers are definitely done. You'd have to put away the Volvet guys.
Gold Lion is actually winning in the back. I'm not sure how this is happening, to be honest. He is taking Gold Lion for town center, and he's making the market, so I guess he's going for Earthquake again.
Yeah, and T2 is being pushed away from that gold mine, so that's pretty much all his income, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no trade. And 5 siege towers from Magic are going to roll in on this TC from Joe. A lot of chariot archer support, so whatever attacks them is probably gonna die real quick. And if they don't, then there's a lot of reinforcements still. Finally, some destroyers being made together with Arcus, so that should help a bit, but it's a bit late, right?
Yeah, I mean, they soak up a lot of damage, but T2 really needs to make something happen here. Try to do some harassment on the economy side of things, or...
Oh, that shockwave could have helped with the siege towers.
Yeah, when he used it earlier, you mean?
Yeah, the TC didn't need to die.
Look at Magic's trade route. I'm not sure if he knows what's going on. They have like 65 gold each.
Yeah, I can't see it, but I'll believe you. Oh, he advanced through thought. Oh, the farms.
It goes from the like the left-hand side to Chemo's town center, which is quite short on this map.
That meteor was as good as it could have been. Like, it killed so many farms. A lot of buildings are on half HP. Killed like 6 houses. That was great.
Not sure if it's the right target though, but I guess Joe got that monument up just right in time.
Yeah, so he couldn't be using it here, but it hurt Shelty a lot. Like, he has to spend all this time rebuilding, and when they do siege him, it will probably not be repaired.
Really like how Shelty is now finally starting to push forward, knowing that Gold Lion cannot possibly control the space in front of his starting base. Yeah,
Yep.
Kimo is spawned there as well. Now going forward on for town center.
But Catapult's now showing up. That TC shouldn't be able to finish, not even with a Pharaoh supporting that.
No.
So you think we're gonna see some Phoenix spam?
Yeah, they have been buffed, right? In this. Oh,
Yeah.
we see lighthouses again.
Oh, it's over. Magic decided.
I think so. I mean, Shelty is not going to destroy Gold Line anytime soon. And Tito is just not in a position to really make a difference with Vortex.
There's been quite a bunch of relics that didn't get picked up. All of them are so nice. Not that anyone really could make a difference anymore with that.
Kind of like the leapfrog strategy from the Dream Team here. Kimo pushing up with those scarabs and then basically Magic finished the job. He just made a few chariot archers to support him. And now he's in a full threat attack in the center. Taking T2's forward town center.
That's right.
And again, yeah, Shelty is trying to help with those Toxitas on Joe's base, but I think in this position it's better to try and finish your opponent as fast as possible than to delay the defeat on the other side.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen here, Gold Lion just got fortified TCs. I think next step is gonna be Mythic Age, and when Nidhogg joins this, I just don't really see what can be done.
Artemis going down. Not bro, he will use Earthquake.
Oh well. Shelty gets out of the game, and
Yeah,
so
Shelty
does Challenger Team.
Yeah, overall a good performance by the Dream Team. I really like their strategy here.
So we're shooting for a best of 5, although ideally we do a best of 7 based on how much time T2 has.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the post game real quick. Yeah, as expected, Magic has autonomy, but that's what happens when you sacrifice your teammates to. Yeah.
Yeah, again, it's pretty much the same as the previous game, just with a different approach.
Yeah, and this one is even more refined in my opinion. Although they kind of did try to do it the last time, only with Centaur raiding rather than the side build by the Loki player. But
Yeah,
I
there
guess
was
their
definitely some
plan was the
risk.
same. Magic is the type of player that can carry the game if you leave him alone for long enough. So it's nice that they do this the way rather than do triple ISIS and everybody boom for himself.
Yeah.
I wonder how the challenger team is going to react to this because I'm pretty sure they won't win the next game either if they go for the same
No, they have
lineup.
to change it up. They have to get some new ideas in there. So I'm pretty sure there's some discussion going on right now, or there at least should be. Anyway, time to change the score. It's 2-0 for the Dream Team. Meantime, thanks for all the follows, guys. Really appreciate it.
Up for who?
Oh, wait.
Tito. Oh, okay, Tito left.
Ah, yeah. So we'll need a sub for them. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take a minute, so I think we're gonna take a short break here. And in the meantime, people will be deciding what they'll do about replacing T2 there. So yeah, be right back.